Hey, it's Jay the Vaping Guy. I'm not doing a e-cigarette or e-juice review. I'm doing a review on Canada Post. I'm a Canadian, obviously, and I deal with vendors within Canada because the border, and we all know how foolish this is. Anyways, I make a long story short because I could probably go on for 10 minutes about this. I'm using a friend's ego. I'm using a friend's ego because my ego is somewhere in La La Land. At least the battery is. All I have from it originally, I have a single battery, no charger. I hit my first device I picked up from happyvapor.com. Not affiliated, not paid, blah, blah, blah. Jack's great, by the way. Picked up the 510 from him. Loved the device, hate the batteries. So I needed something better. So then I went to eVapors because I'm testing all the different companies. So I'm not trying to jump ship from one to another again. Not testing, not being paid, blah blah blah. eVapors. I picked up a device from them. The Ego. I got the Ego 510 version with the attachable cone and whatnot. Unaware, I now know, but unaware at the time that the 510 Addy and the Ego to Addy are two freaking different Addies, which is just phenomenal. I love the Ego. If I ever pick one up again, it's going to be an Ego Addy as opposed to 510 Addy. Anyways, long story short, when I picked up the Ego after the 510, because as much as I love the 510, I couldn't stand. I'm a heavy smoker, or at least I used to be a heavy smoker, 16, 17 years, something like that. I found that I was quite literally just as one was finishing charging, the other one was dying, and it was driving me up the wall. So I needed something better. So I picked this up. I picked up the Ego with the 510, and I loved it. When I picked up the Ego with the 510 from eVapors, I have to say my order said I was going to get A, B, C, D, E. I got F and G. I got a second cone, and I got a drip tip. Neither of which were actually listed. So I have to say, Ego, any company that goes the extra mile and does the baker's dozen, hats off. So I'm really happy with, so far, all the companies I've dealt with, I'm really happy with them. I like a company that goes above and beyond. And so right off the top, eVapors, above and beyond, great company to deal with. All the companies I've dealt with have, within minutes, sent off my package. No problem. Anyways, so the eVapors package came with the device and the two cones and the two Addies and the drip tip and the Atom cartridges and this cool little fabric pouch. It was, kind of see-through. It kept everything together. So I had taken, and I know everybody's going to scratch their head and look at me like I'm an idiot, I had taken my spare battery, my two 510 batteries, and my Ego charger, and it was all in the damn pouch. At work, I was puffing away, and my buddy had decided that I had just finished taking a puff, and it went, bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, crap, the battery's dead. So I unscrewed it and started to switch over so that when I got back into my office, we were at lunch, I could plug it into my computer, or plug it into, my power board, because you can't do it unwise to plug an Ego, depending on who you talk to. Anyways. So I started telling him about it, and somewhere along the way, while we were out for lunch, I must have taken that little pouch, because I had taken the battery, and the pouch had everything with the little cable hanging out of it, so I just plug it in. I had taken the pouch, and I must have left it somewhere, and it got lost. So my buddy loaned me this one for a day. That was the intent. I had been looking for something that was better than the Ego. Not that there was anything wrong with the Ego. I was just, I wanted to try something else. I wanted something. I was looking at actually a variable vapor, a variable voltage, and I was talking with Kat over Electro Vapors, and she was going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about her Leo. And I got a rubber arm. She goes, Jay, you gotta try the Leo. I'm like, well, I'm looking for something new. I'm kind of thinking about, going for a variable vapor. She's like, no, you try the Leo before you do anything else. Okay. So, the next day, I lose the rest of this. Kat, I need your help. So I email Kat. tell her the situation, say, look, I need this. I can't go without. Don't worry, Jay, we can send it off. I said, can you send it to me expedited or priority next AM? Canada Post. Not a problem. She sent it out. I ordered it. I paid for it. I think it was like 2 o'clock my time here in Halifax, which was, I don't know what the time in Calgary was, or just outside of Calgary. All I know is it registered in Calgary. She registered in Didsbury at 4:21 their time. It was into Calgary at 22:28, which is 10:28, on the 2nd of March. We are currently the 6th of March. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very clearly. I'm going to try to do it at an angle then. No, this way. And if you can see, that top line, the bottom one says Didsbury, the top line says Calgary. And I just froze up for a second. So I'm just going to give it a time. Computer decided to want to go slow. Anyways, still sitting in Calgary. It's supposed to be in my hands 3 days ago. It's not. I'm pissed. So I went down to Canada Post, and the 3rd. Well, maybe it's out for delivery and it just hasn't been registered. You know, maybe there's a problem with the package. There was something scratched out. They couldn't register. I couldn't track it. Fine. The 4th comes along. Nothing. 5th comes along with Saturday, and now we're on to the 6th. It still says it's in Calgary. Now, the lady at the Canada Post counter, she said, I'm not ticked at any person in particular because, you know, they're people. She says her guess, from what I've been able to show her and whatnot, she figures it's either a scratch on the label that somehow they didn't recognize it's a priority post, even though it's showing here priority next AM. For some reason, the package itself must not be registering as a priority next AM, and I should get it Monday. If it's not that, then it's actually sitting in Calgary, fell off the conveyor belt or something, and it's hiding. I really hope not. But my rant about Canada Post, and a lot of people have said the same thing, I paid money, more money than like the usual 5, 10, 8, whatever your particular vendor is charging. I paid $30. Now, God bless Kat. She told me, and she's already giving it back to me, and she's just waiting for it to come back or whatever. If it had showed up on Friday before 5 p.m. my time, you know, sucks. But she kind of gave me a fair warning that it might not show up on Thursday; it would show up on Friday. Fine. She's giving me that $30 back. So it's, you know, no rants, no diss against Kat and the crew over at Electro Vapors. Not against them. But Canada Post, and a lot of people have said it, as a crown corporation, can do what the hell it wants. Now, I know I may never make another video because I might, disappear and end up in Halifax Harbor in 40 years, tied to a cinder block or something. But what the hell? If you're UPS, you're any other courier service, and you did bad service like that, you'd lose the company would fold. But it's a crown corporation, so it's not gonna. And it sucks because you can't control it, you can't stop it, you can't do anything about it. But you can just sit here and go on YouTube and bitch about it, which is what I'm doing. So I hate Canada Post. Canada Post gets a grand total of, I have to give it a couple points simply because the first 4 packages I think I've gotten in the last month and a half have all been to, and this was a standard shipping between 2 and 3 days. They have given it, but when 1 out of 4 packages doesn't show up, 75% efficiency means a 25% disefficiency. No, that's not the right word, but I can't think of it. And it's, it's what, 12:30 a.m. I've had a couple Caesars, and whatever. Anyways, bottom line is, Canada Post sucks. It sucks dry hole. And there's somebody else was complaining about Canada Post as well. And all I gotta say is, you can't do this. So, but we got no choice. It's Canada Post, and I'm bitching because I can. Anyways, Jay the Vaping Guy, signing off. Cheers.